And welcome back again to Half Hour Henshin, your show where we talk about the tokusatsu we watched this week. As always, I am one of your hosts, Sleepy Witch, joined by.
DJ Azure, the 2.5D Hero Talk Tuber.
And starting with this week's Zets, wow, just getting straight into it. So Nox is here. The
Yeah.
new suit is here.
Nox Knight.
First of all, the capsum being a race, very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool vibe for a bad guy.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, okay, real question now that I have to determine. Is this Nox a rider, or is this just an armored suit?
I believe it's just an armored suit because of
He
the fact
did
that
not say Henshin.
Yes, he just said disguise for one,
Yep.
and he did not say Henshin.
And I was really funny because I'm a big fan of doing the alternate like transformation callouts.
Mhm.
I'm still a big fan of Mist Match from Build as like a alternate,
man.
just because it's like a pun, it's like a double meaning, but it's also, like a breaking the formula of the best match. So I do fucking love that in all forms.
Yes.
Cool. This guy's is very cool. But I was talking to my friend who this is his first writer he's watching, and he's like, "Oh, I like it when they do a not Henshin." I'm like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "But that probably means he's not a writer," and I think that confused the. He's like, "He's in a suit. He's a writer," and it's like, we're gonna talk about that later.
Yeah. Oh man. But one of the biggest things that made me smile is because I know you love to bring it up all the time. Is that we finally got we finally got some real darkness like you're expecting, because one of the things that you love to bring up, and I mean we've talked about this multiple times about how writers having their power source coming from what potentially may be a villain.
Yep.
And when Nox breaks the capsum and we see and starts calling this like dark cloud Zets a nightmare,
Yep.
you're just like, oh shit.
First of all, the capsums are captured nightmares. That's pretty sick. I do like that. As you said, I do love the theming of like, because the original writer was a guy who was captured by Shocker and upgraded to be one of their guys who used that power to fight against them, and we kind of get a version of that most series,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh man. And after that, like the whole thing, it's like we are at the point where we can't really trust Zero right now. All of a sudden.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say all of a sudden. I mean, it's more like he's starting to say some really, really sus shit right now.
Yeah, we've been talking about it from the beginning that like he is a little nightmare shaped. So the stuff we found out from Nox that's like really interesting. One, Code is a real organization.
Yes.
In the real world that has somehow contacted Baku through his dreams, and who probably contacted Nox through his dreams. Man, there is a possibility that Code is the evil organization for this season.
Yes. Yeah.
And that Baku is going to have to fight against them. There's so many things that I do have questions about here, because again, for a bit when his sister opened the door to the closet and there wasn't anything there, I was like, oh, maybe because it's a subconscious dreamscape thing. If he doesn't actually want her there, she can't. But it seems to just be a physical space regardless, which means someone did that. And we never got it resolved what happened after her really meeting Zero.
Yeah,
because we left that kind of halfway, but we're gonna have to deal with whatever's going on there soon.
Yeah. Yeah, what the hell is going on? And it's like just
there's that. We obviously have the new meteorite mission, which obviously if he fails, everyone dies.
Basically,
Nox bringing up the fact that like, hey, if they're a real organization, because I thought this was clever. He's like, why would Code send you out to do all this shit? And he's like, well, Code's an organization for my dreams, so of course they'd send me out. And he's like, no, they're real. And it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Because Baku's explanation is something to up to this point I would have been willing to believe. Like, well, yeah, he's an organization because that made him by his subconscious, so of course they'd send him out. That's how that works. Okay, but you were saying something?
Oh yeah, I was about to say. Also, one of the fun things that we is that like Man, not. Oh yeah, no, dude, Fujimi and Nazca this episode as well too. I was trying to remember their names for a second.
No,
Yeah,
I got you.
yeah,
I'll try to
yeah,
cut that space out in the middle. But
yeah.
yes, them having their arguments. I love that again. Nazca very kind of hard-headed and like independent, but also
Mhm,
again, she saw the guy grow mold and then have the mold
mhm.
like eradicated from his own dream or whatever in real life. And so she's like, it's kind of hard not to believe that. Plus, if we just work like if it's true just in case, because if we don't, everyone dies, like might as well, you
Mm,
know?
yeah. Oh
Incredible
man.
bits, but also,
Yeah.
like you said, Fujimi not wanting to believe that it's Nox, not wanting to
Mhm,
believe because it's like he's a righteous man. Uh,
mhm.
so honestly, that really interests me in Nox right now. I
Yes.
really want to know more about him. Obviously, they're probably going to tease us with more stuff about him than actually give us answers yet. This also could be what they meant because I told you we that I had heard rumors that we apparently weren't going to get a secondary writer for like a while. And it
Yeah.
could be because, like we were talking about, this is more like an armored suit. He's not a writer yet.
Mhm.
So he quote unquote won't debut as a secondary for another, like, I don't know, 6, 7 episodes maybe,
Yeah.
depending on how
Well,
long this arc is going to be with him.
yeah. Also talking about Nox Knight and the fact that we are talking about armored suits, I can't wait for the streak to never be broken of a super cool armored suit turning into a very plain looking heroic suit when they become a writer.
Okay, I do kind of hope they break the streak because his suit looks so cool. I do hope it stays looking cool.
Yeah, Nox Knight is so fucking cool, man.
Nox Knight
Uh,
looks sick. Uh, Also the big thing that I'm happy with because it's like obviously as someone who just likes collecting little knickknacks and stuff, it always hurts me to see. But I do think it's cool when there are like real consequences to your transformation items. And as far as we know, fucking heal was taken, recovery was taken, and barrier was just destroyed.
yes.
Uh, so subconsciously, will Baku be able to make more, or are those just gone forever? I guess we'll
Yeah.
wait to see.
And
Uh,
talking about making more, what's it called? Zero like trying to tell Baku like of course it's not going to give you that. This is a place of your subconscious. Use what you can first. And like he's like saying, why won't it just give me what I want? Like holy crap, Baku was angry that that he wasn't able to do everything.
Sure, but I think he's also angry because this is after him seeing the nightmare stuff. So he's like, "What's going on?"
Yeah.
Uh, because he
Ooh.
wants answers, and I think that's reasonable. Uh,
Yep.
I do like that we're seeing that he was growing to rely a little bit more on like I'm getting the perfect capsum for the fight, and it's like
Hmm.
you might not always get that. But again, this is a place created by his subconscious, so why can people walk in the middle of the day?
Yeah.
I want
Uh.
explanations so bad. I hope there are like really interesting ones
Mhm.
because I feel like this is a place where the series can like really drop the ball. Uh,
Yeah.
I definitely rather they just give us like a dreams work in mysterious ways and not explain it over they give us like a really bad explanation that is kind of like, ooh, that just feels weird.
Yeah. Hopefully that doesn't happen.
But with that, setting up what seems like a pretty intense two-parter next week. Overall, Zets has pretty kept me pretty engaged.
Yes.
I don't think there's been an episode where I've been like not curious about something or not laughing at something or not really enjoying something or other about it.
Hmm.
And it's been
Yeah.
really cool seeing Baku kind of like come onto his own. We have another instance of the famous Ryder has to save a kid from a car.
Yeah.
But then we got only to get knocked out by a baseball and concussed straight afterward.
Yeah, that happened. Oh, I also I find it kind of cute. Like he was like he basically like found like the kid that like was like seeing these dreams and like saying oh yeah and then like saying oh yeah and I did see it and I really like space so of course I saw like this meteor coming and yeah
Yep,
it was cute.
it was
Love all that
cute.
stuff.
I'm thinking that the subconscious door might actually be at the school and not at the planetarium.
Hmm.
Just because maybe the schools where he's being bullied to subconsciously that's where his like bad memories are.
Yeah, that makes sense.
but that's why you couldn't find it at like the actual space place. But we'll see. That's just the current thing I thought about during the episode. But
Mhm.
with that, we do have a JIsariz to talk about this week, and it
Yeah,
looks like
and
we are nearing the end game of this second season.
surprisingly, we got some more answers. I'm always shocked whenever we get answers from JIsariz.
Uh, First of all, the realization of like, hey, Mr. Blue gave him his key or whatever to lure him in,
Mhm.
just to make it easy for him to come back. Very
Yeah.
cool. Still a really good setup of like him as a quote unquote bad guy, as an
Yes.
executive. Uh, the fight with Zorn made me sad.
It did.
I really like her, and seeing her basically give in to rage and have to be almost unceremoniously cut down
Yeah.
with his revolt form coming out, because we've got our access to our main girl from season 1 again.
Mhm.
Uh that shit was sad, and then him just having to be like walk away and like no, it just kind of had to be done. Like that hurt.
Mhm.
That hurt.
Yeah, yeah, that I'm like, man, what? Yeah, like, why does that be this painful? Like, man, that sucks.
I mean, it looks like most of the non JIsariz guys are currently not surviving. We got 2 out of 4 are dead.
Yeah. Ooh.
But yeah, no. And then obviously the big reveal of, hey, Phobia's not actually a bad guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like and yeah, like we see that the real bad guys are obviously like that little syndicate and like the executives. That's the real bad guys, of course.
Oof. Yeah. Sorry, I managed to mute that, but yes, we obviously have kind of known, but most of the executives are out of the way, and I mean, he's going somewhere, right?
Yes.
And man, I am extremely curious of what the whole point of this new like gate or this new thing has been, because we obviously end with him like running through it and
Hmm.
kind of leaving everyone behind. And it's like, okay, so next time, some answers maybe? Question mark.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
But overall, I mean, JIsariz has been really interesting. I don't think they're planning to like end it this season, so I'm not exactly expecting all the answers, but I'm curious to see what we'll get, basically.
Yeah. Man, but yeah, no, honestly, it's been pretty cool. Just a really good action-packed episode. Just answering just questions that we've had built up, and I'm honestly still shocked that we actually got answers.
Oh yeah, I mean
uh,
that's kind of how it feels with this kind of show. But
yeah.
speaking about a show that is starting to give us some answers on to some things, time travel in Omega this week.
Yeah. Surprisingly for a show that was like showing like a bad future, it did it in a very weirdly comfy way because we actually finally we got I want to say our um man, what's the I don't know the phrase that I was looking for, but like but we finally do get the episode with a non-hostile kaiju,
Yep.
like fully non-hostile, and like they actually do save him, like they actually do CPR. Someone was actually noting in the comments that like I think this is the first time like we've actually seen CPR from an ultra itself.
Which is pretty
So
funny.
yeah.
I won't lie.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where like it's a limitation of suit. I love how cute that suit looks, and it was so funny seeing the CPR being done and then cutting to the suit. And it just has its little tongue sticking out.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, that's so silly.
Yeah.
Uh, Cute episode. Obviously, we see a bad future, but we're told that like, hey, that's only a possible future, and they do save the kaiju's in that timeline. But I mean, it looks like people are gone. Uh,
Yeah.
but we don't know how far into the future. We don't know what part of that is. Obviously, it seems that there's some sort of like aliens or something in like Earth. Uh,
Hmm.
I mean, it was just kind of like a vibe episode. I did love this suit. I love seeing kind of when we get to see like the human sized suits come out and actually be human sized. Uh,
Yes.
I, again, a very like cute, wholesome, like, hey, we should learn to like try to live with the things around us. You know, we have the whole mousetrap analogy, and then it's like, oh, you know, I'm gonna put out red peppers instead. You know, it says it keeps mice away instead of, you know, try to trap them. Uh,
Mhm.
I don't know, cute, wholesome. The big fight was more of a like, I'm just going to body a bunch of these alien ships, basically.
Yeah. Oh man, that was actually kind of sick. Yeah, we get the theme song like yeah, like we see the bad future. We see a bunch of alien ships come in. So we're I mean we could probably assume that those alien ships are what destroyed that future. And yeah, like yeah, Serato or Omega gets to just go ham. We just get a bunch of like flash cuts of him just just bisecting all these ships and saving the kaiju. So it was pretty fun, like seeing that happen.
Yep. And we're gonna get. I here's the thing. My biggest thing was like, damn, you guys just let those guys go to the future with that kaiju without checking if they could come back at all, huh? That was my one thing where I was like, they just let you go. I mean, I'm glad they're back. Had a cute, wholesome ending.
Mhm.
Overall, Omega continues to be very, I don't know, very wholesome, very like comfy, like you were saying, and I don't know. I just enjoy watching the show. Honestly, it's just a nice light reprieve.
Mhm.
But with that, with a little bit more rough stuff, we did get some more info on some articles about kind of the situation with Super Sentai and kind of what Project Red is coming to like replace it because But
Mhm.
we'll talk more about that in detail next week since we'll have more of a chance to read through like the full articles. But it seems like there is some involvement with Hasbro in the international toy market, in addition to just it seems like we're getting more of a like, hey, this isn't Sentai over forever, but it's we're taking maybe a hiatus. They're saying maybe like 10 years, which is crazy to me.
Yeah, it's
Like,
that
oof,
is that.
all right. No Sentai for 10 years. Not what I expected once I started getting into Sentai, like what, like 3 years ago.
Yeah. Oh man.
I mean, I guess that'll give me time to catch up on other series. uh
Yeah, 10 years enough for that.
and at the very least, at least we are going to be getting something. We're going to see this new Space Sheriff Gavan. We're going to see whatever they release next under Project Red. So it's not like they're
Mhm.
saying no more tokusatsu forever.
Yeah.
Uh, but like I said, we're going to go read through those articles with more detail. We'll probably talk about them more next week. And we've got the first Gozyuger with Oni's sister.
Yes. And the reasoning is that yeah, we basically start the episode um Sumino saying it's like I've been deep undercover I've been deep undercover and Tegasor changed my voice and my appearance and now I can't change it back.
I'm going to be honest, every once in a while, I feel like they come up with like a silly excuse that is so close to being like perfect, but they just do it the other way. And every time I'm like, man, this was so close. Because I think you could have, if you wanted to use this excuse, you could have done the same thing and just been that like she's been undercover this whole time, and this is her original face now.
Yeah.
Because
That
it,
yeah, I mean
because like I feel like this just makes like Tegasor turn out to be like a dick. Like, hey, dude, you just look like this now. Fuck you. Uh,
yeah.
Meanwhile, before it could have been like this was the face that she originally took to undercover join, the mayoral campaign of Tokonatsu or whatever, and she's
Mhm.
just been using it as out of convenience. So it's finally time to reveal her true face, kind of thing.
Yeah,
Uh,
and also another thing too is that but yeah, but I mean, yeah, we got that. It is a very clumsy excuse. You could tell that it definitely felt a little bit rushed. And talking about looking rushed, we finally have an actual opening, except recut to have Oni sisters actress in it, and oh man, you could tell like they looked rushed doing refilling all that.
yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, I definitely like it better than the other recuts we've gotten so far. Uh,
Yeah.
I think it's cute in some places. I definitely think that like there were some edits that I would have liked, regardless of if we would have kept Maya, that I think would have been good. I like the
Mhm.
new little end at the cafe where they're all on like the stairs and stuff with
Yes.
Polar in the front. Like there's a couple little things like that I really like. Uh I do like the new stuff with the cardboard cutouts instead of the jump. I think that could have been a good update once again Polar
Mhm.
was added. But like again, it was still done a little rushed. It was still a little. I mean, they're reshooting as fast as they can. They're doing as much as they can.
Yeah.
I'm sure that there's only so much they can do. We'll see if we get like a slightly better cut version of it next week, or if this is just kind of what like they're sticking with as like, hey, we did our best. We gotta spend time, doing other stuff for these episodes.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah.
Episode itself. Personally, I don't know. I also felt like the episode was a little rushed.
Oh yeah, no. This
Uh,
episode really felt this episode really felt like it was recut because like we only do see really only see Sumino in like small sections and really and like there was a lot of sections where she was like only with Ryugi's actor. So like you could basically tell that they basically just like did all the reshoots like around like who was available at the time probably,
yeah,
and he
most
probably was
likely.
like the one that was available, and that's why they paired him up that way, and then basically just reconfigured the episode to like shoot that way to basically have them all split up.
I will say also for a like horror, haunted house episode, I did like that we got to see old man Kinjiro again. Uh,
Oh man, I felt so bad for old man Kinjiro. They were abusing him
they
this
really were. They
episode.
were like, old man, come here. We got work for you to do."
Yeah, and it's like just using him, and it's like, oh my god, it's a real ghost. And I'm like, that's rude.
Rude as
That's
fuck
so
to this
rude.
old man.
Yeah.
But I'm glad we got to see his actor do a little bit more stuff because I will say that is I have been missing seeing him as an old man.
Mhm.
I did like it as like a bit. Kind of sad we haven't seen it in like a while at this point, other than obviously we like the old man episode. But like before that, we had not seen him as an old man for like a while. So
Yeah, we really had not.
cool seeing him. The haunted house is a fun mechanic, but again, everything was kind of rushed this week. We had some
Yeah.
stuff with Ribbon basically just showing up and being like, "Oh, we just gotta fight real quick."
Hmm.
The versus haunted house, I'd even almost realized they were putting on their own haunted house until it was like happening. I'm like, oh, I guess we just okay. I guess we're here now.
Yeah. And
Again,
yeah, and with all that, like but this episode does have like a really big thing happen to it, which is all the way at the end. We finally like
yep, we've
Bouquet
been talking
finally
about this
sees
for a little
Rico.
bit. We've been talking about how we were waiting to see how it was gonna happen, and we get
Yep.
the reveal of Bouquet being in Brighton and Blue being Blue,
Yep.
her idol being Blue, but also after he killed her sister. Uh,
Yes.
So we've added a little bit more dramatic weight. This is one of those things where again, man, all of this reshoots and all of this shit has really like fucked everything up because I feel
Hmm.
like if we hadn't taken the time to have to reshoot all this stuff really fast, we would have really gotten more of Ribbon as like a actual good villain instead of almost like a random villain in the background.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
And then I would
she's
have really
barely
felt it
there.
more when she's like, "I've been evil this whole time, but my sister loves me, and that's what I needed all along." And it's like, man, we did not get
Mm,
enough time with you for me to care that much. Sick ass
exactly.
design though. I do love Ribbon's design.
Yes.
Incredible. Uh, but the setup of her dying, everything happens so quickly. Again, this really is kind of like the reality of, hey, we're reshooting everything. We got to get rid of Maya. Like all this stuff that happened is this is just kind of where it leads. Like all this these last couple episodes are probably going to be unfocused a little bit, a little rushed.
Hmm.
I'm hoping they could give us a good ending. Because, like I said,
Yeah.
this might be the last Sentai we get for a while.
Yeah.
So,
Oh man, but man, but all I know though is like the way that they did do the reveal of Bouquet finally realizing Rikuo is oh sorry that lion was Rikuo was really well done because like it basically just like looks at her, just flashes back to all the moments that they shared, and
yes,
then like it's like, oh man, that's gotta suck.
all of that stuff I think was done really well and was edited pretty well. Uh, man, especially her little like, I love Riku because I'm a fan in the background. You saw that flash for a little bit. I was like, oh, that hurt. That hurt.
Yeah.
It was, I mean, it hurt. I am hoping that they've gotten a little bit of the reshooting, like some of this awkwardness has kind of like been like, okay, these couple episodes are going to suffer, and hopefully the last couple ones are going to be a little bit better. Because I really want this next episode, the Bouquet Rikuo episode, to not feel like this. Because again,
exactly.
this is the thing that with the Maya thing where I was telling you, like, I'm getting a really funny Fraudness Kumite episode, and it just feels bad because you can tell what's been changed. You can see that it's like just kind of disjointed, and I'm like, I don't want that to happen to the Bouquet episode.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, we're talking about it. It was still an all right episode. I mean, we're gonna stick it out to the end to see how this ends. So, regardless of if it ends up being great or if it ends up being more of a mess, I mean, we'll be here to talk about it, right?
Yup.
And then we'll be here to talk about Metal Hero Savan or Gavan, Metal Sheriff.
Oh yeah.
Ultimate Sheriff Gavan Universe or something like that.
Yeah, Space Sheriff Gavan Infinity, I believe it is.
Infinity, that's what it was.
We got there.
Sort of. But we'll have that to talk about, because here's the thing: do we have the release of like, is that going to be like normal Sentai where we're going to get like, cool, Gozyuger's over next week, Gavan Infinity?
Yes, actually.
Yeah.
No, they did say it is taking the time slot.
Okay. Well, here's the thing: I was just making sure, is it taking the confirmed like release date? Like, you know what I mean? Like, are we getting week to week, or are we gonna get like a week break? Do you know?
I believe we are gonna just get it week to week,
Okay.
which is also sad to think about, because like, you know, everyone was like people are like sharing to Will Smith looking around like the empty house, like saying this is gonna be Horu with no one to do the
handoff,
with no one to do the handoff with. I'm like, don't hit me with this, man.
Yeah. My hope would be that instead of like a handoff, we get like a Hoaru and we get to see like all other Reds.
Mm-hmm.
And we get like a little like, you know, goodbye for now, maybe. I don't know. I'm hoping they do something cool with it.
Yeah,
we'll see.
I'm hoping so too.
Because again, the thing is, we're hearing about all this stuff now, but obviously this has been stuff that they've been planning for a while. So I'm hoping at least like the send off or the thing will at least be something that we'll be able to enjoy, especially if it's the last one for a bit.
Yeah, and it's also, I mean, at the same time, I mean, like it also was kind of like a bit of like the perfect time to end to, because like, you know, despite it being the 49th Sentai, it is the 50th year. And the reason why we have 50 Sentai is because Lupin Ranger and Pat Ranger do count as separate teams.
I mean, they are separate teams. They're just one season.
Yeah, so they count as two. Yeah, they count as two shows.
Yep. And we got what's it called? The technical update of 46 for Zenkaiser.
The joke update that made me laugh.
Yeah, just fucking pasted the 6 on top of his 5. Very funny.
Yeah.
But with that, guys, thank you so much for listening. We will see you next time. Hopefully, again, with a little bit of a better episode. But regardless, we'll be here to talk about the tokusatsu we watched this week. Oh, holy shit. Did we even talk about Tojima?
Oh my god, we forgot to talk about Tojima.
We forgot about Tojima.
Was a great episode. And Tojima was a great episode, too.
For a second, I was like, yeah, we talked about No, we did not. Well... we were finishing slightly early, so I guess now we're not.
That makes sense.
Yep.
This is what happens when we're following 5 shows. It's also because like for the past couple of weeks we were just like, yep, Tojima existed. But
I mean, we got
where we get a great episode.
It's because we got great fights. Luckily, here's the thing: they're fights. We don't have to talk about them that much in detail. If you want to watch the fight, watching it is going to be way better than listening to us talk about it. Kamen Rider versus female combatant, incredible bit of please transform. Well, don't you want to deal with a cute schoolgirl like please transform?
I could not stop laughing over that. I'm like, dude,
I wasn't
like,
ready.
The delusions of these guys is
I was not
the greatest.
Ready for him to just straight up deck her in the face. I thought he was gonna go for like a stomach. So when I just see the punch hit her square in the mouth, incredible, hilarious. I love that it was a one shot. I love that it leads into, you know, her and the manager like basically making out like, oh, you've never been so forward with me, and then her brother having to fucking break them up.
Oh man!
But obviously, I feel like the big highlight is the brothers fight.
Yes,
they're insane. All of them.
Yeah, yeah, every single one of them.
The
They
Shocky
are
Girl is the
all-
least insane.
Yes, somehow, the least insane one.
So obviously, we have the Aikido outfit. We have the V3 versus Rider Man. The setup of him just keep flipping his brother, and his brother just being like, "No, you don't understand. You're not Rider enough." And then Tackle asks Tojima, like, "What does that mean?" Not enough Rider. There's not enough Rider there. Like, incredibly stupid.
Like this show just like it really does hit that itch of like, yeah, this is just a bunch of like delusional adults playing, and I'm like, it's like I can't knock it because I'm also a delusional adult that would love doing this shit.
Fucking, I love just cutting back to her and him and Tackle every once in a while, and it would just be like, that's some good dirt. It's like, what? Well, writers always fight on some good dirt. That's some good dirt. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about, asshole?
Exactly. Or it's like what was it? The one that's V3, or like, sorry, human form V3. Basically, like, holding his hand out and basically just circling. It's like, yes, that's the perfect stance. He really is, like, encompassing V3. What does that mean?
Yeah, he's doing like the thing to gauge opponents. That's something a lot of the Showa era writers really did. It's like, does that work? No reply. Incredible bits. I do love that we did get to see the younger brother win. I thought it was going to be more cliche and he was going to lose at the end because he wasn't Rider enough, but that surprised me.
Yeah, that was great. And then oh my god, Yukarisu was like saying, you lost, and then just gets like, this karate chop saying, no, we're respecting him. He fought, dude.
Yeah, he's getting fucking chopped.
Yeah.
Incredible, just dumb comedic things. Some good fighting animation and choreography. Which is leading, to next week's Kamen Rider versus Electric Human Tack. Electric Human Wave Tack.
And that was the best part too, because like, it's like, oh man, these two really know their stuff. And it's like,
but then it's really funny seeing them actually get overlaid by the real characters, and you're like, damn, she really does have a fan service outfit.
She does, and but at the same time, it's like, it's like it makes sense in universe. It just
it does. She was going for it. At the same time, it was just really funny. Like, I'm pretty excited for next week. I think this fight is going to be crazy.
And I loved it because like, it's like they basically have essentially the two main characters, like the two most delusional people, like showing up, and
she's like somehow the least delusional when it comes to regular stuff, but then just as crazy when it comes to writer stuff. We're gonna see incredible bits going on there. We're gonna see how it continues, because we only got a couple more episodes. Because I think it's only a 12 episode one, right?
Yeah, most likely.
So we'll see how it finishes up this first arc and see if hopefully we're gonna get any more.
Yeah,
but with I don't think
more.
We're forgetting a show. So
yes.
Thank you so much for listening. We will be back next week, hopefully in the right order.
Yep. Later.
All right. Later. This program is brought to you by
our unending love of tokusatsu.
If you enjoyed the show, please be sure to like and subscribe.
And hit the bell for notifications. And if you would like to support us further, consider becoming a patron at our Patreon, Half Hour Henshin.
You can get some exclusive benefits, such as your name in the credits and joining our sticker club. Or, if you want to help with a one-time donation,
you can also find us at Ko-fi at Half Hour Henshin. You can email us with any questions or theories at halfhourhenshin@gmail.com or on Twitter at halfhourhenshin.